Hey everybody, it's Mark from Circle the Dark Mother. Today I'm going to do a video on Lilith and Lucifer. Relationship status, it's complicated. A good friend of mine suggested this topic. Great idea. If you have suggestions, please put them in the comments. I won't do a video on anything I don't know anything about, but if I do or I can research it, I'll do one. Thank you. So why is it a complicated relationship? In this video, we're going to delve into why the relationship between Lilith and Lucifer is complicated. It's naturally assumed that they are a couple since she is considered the mother of demons and he is considered the king of hell by many occult traditions. We'll explore who Lucifer is and how he and Lilith become paired in modern beliefs. Lilith. As we've explored in many other videos, Lilith's origin is in prehistory among the people of Mesopotamia as the goddess demon Lilith. When the Jewish elite were in exile in Babylon, they picked up many of the Mesopotamian myths and beliefs, turning many of them into demonized forms to fit their cultural and religious paradigms. Several female deities, especially those that were associated with sexuality, were brought into Judaism as demons. Lilith in Akkadian becomes Lilith in Hebrew, and she is classified as a demon and later as Adam's first wife. We don't know who Lilith may have been paired with in Mesopotamia, although Pazuzu was the king of Sheddim, and Lilith may have been their queen. She was considered a Sheddim. They were wind spirits and wind gods and goddesses. So she was considered as a Sheddim, just like the god Pazuzu. Samael. I know this video is about Lilith and Lucifer, so you may be asking why I'm discussing Samael. Well, it's because before we delve into Lucifer, we need to cover some history to understand him. Samael is an archangel in Jewish religion who is called the venom of God, first mentioned in the book of Enoch. Samael is also mentioned in Gnostic tradition as a powerful archon, being of admixture, called the blind dragon. In much of the Jewish Midrash, Lilith and Samael are paired as a couple and sometimes seen as two halves of the same being, split into male and female, as were Adam and Eve in some of the stories. Satan. In Hebrew, Satan is a term that means accuser or adversary. It was originally considered a title and then not the name of an individual entity. The Satan was described in the book of Job as speaking to God in the throne room, asking if he could tempt the main character of the narrative. He was depicted as a servant of God and not an enemy. In later times, Satan became synonymous with Samael and increasingly took on the characteristics of the evil angel who is opposed to God. Because of the link between Samael and Lilith, she also became associated as the consort of Satan. And in fact, in some midrash, she is called the Satan, again, because it's a title, and since she is seen as a temptress. Greco-Roman Lucifer. In Greco-Roman tradition, Lucifer was a god who heralded the dawn. His name meant light bringer and was associated with the planet Venus, which often rose just before the sun in the eastern sky. Aphrodite Venus was associated with the planet in the evening after the sun set. He is the son of the goddess Aurora, or dawn. His name was associated with the morning star, so in Latin texts it would be written as Lucifer. When the Vulgate, the Latin Bible, was translated to English and other languages, the name Lucifer was left in place for the term of the morning star instead of translating it. Interestingly, the fall of the morning star originated in Mesopotamia from the descent of Inanna into the underworld. She was the morning star in their culture, yet another myth brought into Judaism from Babylon. Lucifer, Satan. With the name Lucifer left in non-Latin Bibles, Christians considered him the morning star who fell. The Satan, instead of the adversary of man as a servant of God, now becomes the adversary of God. And since Lucifer is seen as the fallen angel, he is now also seen as Satan. Because Samael was the chief Satan in Judaism, Christianity took Samael's attributes and gave them to Lucifer, making them basically the same being with different names at the beginning of Christianity. In the Middle Ages, occultists began to work with Lucifer, the fallen angel, as the dark prince of hell and the fallen angel who opposes God. Only Judaic tradition kept focus on Samael as their chief antagonist. In changing attributes, in Kabbalah, there is an idea of parts of him, divine personalities, the aspects of deity that flow down through the universes and take on a life of their own. Some of them retain much of their godhood, and others become what human consciousness expects them to be. Even though Lucifer started out as a Greco-Roman deity who heralded dawn, over centuries he's become the fallen angel who is the adversary of God. During that expanse of years, he and Samael also went separate ways, and their personality and attributes diverged. So they are no longer exactly the same being. They have diverged quite dramatically through writings and through occult practice. How do these cosmic beings change? The answer is that aspects of them form based on the belief of humanity. I believe that Lilith is the ancient goddess Lilith, the demon of Judaism, the first wife of Adam, and the goddess of transformation. Lucifer is similarly the god who heralds dawn, the light bringer, and the fallen angel of Christianity. To me, there is no conflict in these statements because they can be all of these in non dual awareness. They have aspects that fit all of these. Their essence beyond this world of creation, they are all of this in one being. But in creation, they become manifested as these splinters, so to speak, or these masks that humanity sees. Where does that leave Lilith and Lucifer? For several centuries, Lucifer has now been the fallen angel, the Satan, and the ruler of hell in the occult, Christianity, and pop culture. Because of him claiming the role of Satan and Samael, he is also seen as the sometimes consort of Lilith, along with Samael still in some traditions, Ashmedai or Asmodeus, Adam, and in Kabbalah, even God Most High, and other beings. It's also fitting that a goddess of night, Lilith from Mesopotamia, is in a relationship with the bringer of dawn, Lucifer, from the Greco-Roman tradition. So even though it's complicated, their relationship has been cemented in time, many occult texts, and writing in many different genres, and is now a reality. Hope you enjoyed that. And again, in the comments, let me know what you thought, and also let me know about any videos you'd like to see done. Thank you.